When Lou Gehrig delivered perhaps the most famous speech in the history of American sports, July 4th, 1939, referring to himself as the luckiest man on the face of the earth, there were more than 62,000 people at Yankee Stadium. And one of them was his father. What was that speech and that day like for him and for his son?
Yeah, more than 75 years later, Sarah, a father and a son outside of Boston have their own answer. ALS is not only Lou Gehrig's disease, it's also Pete Frates' disease. We first reported Frates' story last summer when he was at the center of the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge campaign. And since his diagnosis, he has changed its course with his father by his side and now with a child to care for. In this SC feature presented by Dove Men Plus Care, Tom Rinaldi shares the story of Pete Frates and a father's legacy.
This is SC Featured. This is the power of sports.
In the room, there is no disease. There's just Daddy and his daughter and Mommy and her girl. There's family. And for a new father, that's enough.
It's everything to Pete. I knew he would be the most amazing dad, especially in the full vitality of Pete. So in this limited capacity, he has given us his legacy.
Ice Bucket Challenge to support ALS and my friend Pete Frates.
Pete Frates' other legacy is almost beyond measurement, as perhaps the most famous ALS patient in America.
This challenge was started by Pete Frates.
Pete Frates, Boston College.
He was the catalyst and inspiration behind the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS.
Frates is swinging the bat today with an awful lot of confidence.
We first shared Frates' story last summer.
And that is hit high and deep.
A captain of the Boston College baseball team, Frates graduated in 2007. And 5 years later, at 27, he was diagnosed with ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease.
For a young guy like myself to be diagnosed, hopefully I can use my youth and the networks that I'm part of to promote some awareness.
By the time Frates took the Ice Bucket Challenge himself last summer, unable to walk or talk,
You ready for this?
the initiative had raised more than $100 million for ALS. Less than a month later, Pete and Julie Frates became parents to daughter Lucy. Now speaking with the help of a computer-generated voice, Pete expressed what this Father's Day holds.
Fatherhood means everything to me. It is my driving force to keep battling every day so that one day I will be able to see Lucy grow into a wonderful, beautiful woman.
Pete is not the only father in the house. In 2012, shortly after the diagnosis, as Pete's physical struggle was beginning, John Frates quit his job as a financial planner to become his son's full-time caregiver.
When he started falling down the stairs here at home, I said, you know what, there's more to life than my career, my job. I cannot continue working, pretending that this is not going on. I'm here for him.
All right, when you hold my hand real quick, I'll stand.
Okay.
The most important role my father played post-diagnosis was just that, he was still Dad. He loved and cared for me unconditionally.
That love found a place in the Boston College dugout.
1, 2, 3.
When Pete was offered a position as head of baseball operations in 2012,
The boy loved.
he made every road trip with the Eagles with his father by his side.
Just the two of them back on the road, literally, you know, traveling with the team. I think they had a lot of fun doing it. But I think emotionally for the both of them, Pete had just been diagnosed. It was pretty special going through that together.
Baseball acted as therapy for us both. It helped us bond all over again.
The time on the road was incredible. We were able to say things to each other that would take a lifetime. I would trade places in a heartbeat. It should be an old man's disease. And that's what I can't stand. I can't stand about this disease, is to see him suffering.
In the spring of 2014, Pete made the transition to needing full-time nursing care. His father is no longer his primary caregiver. But amidst the frustrations and limitations, a deeper joy than Pete had ever known arrived when he became a father himself. Lucy Fitzgerald Frates was born August 31st.
Right when I delivered her, they put her on my chest, and Pete was sitting to my right. And the way they laid her on me, she was just towards him. He was so, so happy. Just pure joy.
There was joy on his face that no matter how big a game he won or how much he had accomplished, I had never seen before. He literally couldn't take the smile off his face.
What did you see on his face?
Life. I saw life. I saw him looking at his life and knowing that this little girl was going to be the inspiration for him to choose life.
When unable to breathe on their own, just 10% of ALS patients choose to extend their lives by going on a ventilator. This past March, Pete made that choice. For his family, for as long as he can.
I dig it. I dig it.
Every morning, I bring her into bed so Pete can see her, and it's without a doubt the best part of both of our days. It's kind of the one time of day where it's always the three of us, and it's just this nice ritual we have.
Lucy and I connect in a very special way. We both are nonverbal, so I believe we share a special bond unlike many fathers and daughters. She knows I love her and that she can get away with anything. She has me wrapped around her little finger.
He is, in so many ways, such a great husband, but he is an even better father. And I knew he would be, but to see him with her was really incredible.
Being a father with ALS is challenging. It kills me that I cannot hug her, feed her, even change her diaper. But ALS can never take away the overwhelming joy I feel when I am around her. She is my reason for living.
He now is on life support, and the only reason he is doing this is hope. The ice bucket money, we hope, is going to produce a treatment. His whole essence, his whole being is hope that he can see and be around for his daughter.
Two fathers, one loving his son, the other cherishing his daughter. Father's Day, every day.